What's going on, y'all? Nick here, coming to you with another video. Check this one out, y'all. You know, in life, it is very inconsiderate of you if you have knowledge and you wish not to share it. I don't know how many times I've seen and observed this type of behavior where, you know, you might have a bit of knowledge and you have this young boy or girl, sometimes even, you know, your peers, they come before you and they ask you, hey man, you know, how you did this, or, you know, what's your secret? Something to that effect. And here you are, because you're so selfish and you're so insecure. That's the big one. You're so insecure that you believe that if you let that person know the secret, that somehow they're gonna have one over you, a leg up, whatever, and you're gonna end up losing your position. It's the hallmark sign of insecurity. I'm letting you guys know this right now. You know, the Bible says, freely I received, freely I give. Right? So this is what you guys got to understand. This mindset of you trying to hold secrets back because you think somehow you will remain on top is very foolish of you. It's extremely foolish. Here's the thing, right? Here's the secret I've learned. I remember I used to work at Primerica. It's a financial agency, and I was selling life insurance. And I remember I was doing pretty good for myself. So I ended up going to this convention where all the top sellers, you know, pretty much convene. And that was the first time I got to meet literal millionaires. You know, and as a child, you know, you're looking at this, you know, I wasn't a literal child, but I was much younger. But, you know, in my youth, I was looking at it like, wow, you know, millionaires. And you think that you've made it somehow. You think that's like the epitome of righteousness. You've met millionaires. Ooh. Anyway, getting back to the point, I'm in this room listening to a bunch of millionaires, and I would never forget that number one seller, I forgot his name, but in the history of Primerica was giving his speech. And you know what he said? He said that, let me tell you guys something. I'm not afraid to let you know exactly what it took for me to become this successful. What? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I already know majority of you are not gonna implement it. Ooh, I would never forget how strong that resonated with me. So strong, in fact, that hey, his words came true. I'm not working in Primerica no more. You get what I'm saying? Everything he said was true. You can let people know exactly what it takes. You can let all the secrets out of the bag. And majority of people in life are not going to implement it. Even if you go to college, right? Now, granted, in college, you do pay for it. But what's the point? Majority of people that claim that they're going to college to become XYZ, there's a thing in college called the drop-off rate and the retention rate. Majority of people that go to college end up changing their mind somewhere along the lines. Let's say you want to become a quote-unquote English teacher. So you take English 101. There's going to be a bunch of people that take that course, and mind you, the teacher ain't asking you to pay him. He's already paid, right? You already paid your tuition, whatever the case may be. But he's not asking you, oh, give me some, you know, slide some funds under the table so I can tell you the secrets of English. Nah, you can ask whatever question you want. And that teacher will let you know the answer too. And guess what? There's going to be a whole bunch of students at English 101 that's going to drop off. And for those who actually made it to the next level, I don't know, let's say English 102 or 201, whatever. They're going to make it to that class. And then there's going to be a bunch of students in that class that end up getting dropped off. And then all those people that had dreams, aspirations of being an English teacher, watch it just go away, vanish, gone with the wind, right? Now, is this me mocking them? No. Sometimes you learn, you grow up, and you say to yourself, okay, you know, it just wasn't for me. But the point being is that this is exactly the reason why you don't gotta worry about keeping back secrets for yourself. Let me also point out something, right? The only people that keep back secrets, I mentioned they were insecure, but let me also tell you another thing too, right? The only reason why you would be insecure about keeping secrets, because you know you want to have a leg up over everyone, I'm going to tell you why. The reason why you do this is because you know deep down inside, you've stopped growing. Ooh-wee. That hurts. I know it hurts, but that's the truth. Many of you have stopped growing in your own practice. I'll use myself for example, right? I went to school for music, graduated with a bachelor's in music. Since that time, I don't know how many students have come to me asking me they want to learn the piano, the saxophone, you know, you name it, the guitar, you name it. But here's the key, right? Ask any one of them. I dare you. Ask any one of them if I ever held back. If there wasn't a question that I was unwilling to answer. Ask all of them. I always tell them exactly everything that I've learned. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I already said it. I already know majority of people, irregardless of me revealing the quote-unquote secrets, they're just not going to apply it. It's just a reality, y'all. They're just not going to apply it. And that does not make them bad individuals. But everyone is not a musician. I'm just using this as an example, right? So for you students out there that's learning music from me, don't get offended. All right, I'm just using this as an example. But it's still the same. Majority of people are not going to implement the things that you teach them, and that's all right. And if you were growing, like you see, like me, I'm a student of music. Not only did I graduate, but I never got on some proverbial high horse and thought to myself, oh, I know everything about music, so I'm good. I don't got to learn no more. No. I'm a continual student of music. So do I aspire or do I hope that my students pass me? Sure. I'm not going to make it easy on them. I sure ain't going to make it easy on them. And that's the way, you know, as men, that's that competitive nature that we should all have. You know, not in unrighteousness, right? Not in unrighteousness. I'm talking about a healthy competition, right? To provoke, as the Bible would say, to righteousness. Yeah, sure. When I see my students getting better, you don't think that motivates me? Oh, man, I got to get better now. You get what I'm saying? Or else I won't have nothing else to teach. But because I'm continually investing in myself, continually learning, I have no reservation to teach students. You get what I'm saying? Let me end off with this, right? We have Jesus himself, the living word, right? The living word. He said, henceforth, I no longer call you. He was talking to his disciples. Mind you, disciples mean taught one. Think about that. So that means Jesus was continually in the process of teaching. He was always in the process of teaching. And this is what Jesus said to his disciples, the taught ones. He said, henceforth, I no longer call you servants, because the servants do not know what the master doeth. But I call you friends, because everything that I have received from the Father, I've made it known unto you. Woo! Look at the nature and the character of the Messiah. the Messiah. He had no fear in telling the disciples everything. And guess what? Guess what? Did all of them make it? We know Judas. We know what happened to Judas. Judas didn't make it. You see, this is the thing. There's always going to be a drop-off. There's always going to be a drop-off. Just because you tell people everything, that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that somehow they're going to have a leg up, one up over you. None of that. And let's just keep it a buck too. Ain't nobody going to surpass the Messiah. Ain't nobody going to surpass the Messiah. You see, that's confidence. That's real confidence. I'm going to let you know everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I mean, even Jesus said himself, greater works will you be able to do, because I go to the Father. So he's rooting for us. He don't mind if you continually grow, but again, who's going to really surpass him? Think about that. Who's going to really surpass the Messiah? The answer is no one, because he's too high. So again, you got to cut off the insecurities. And the way you're going to cut off the insecurities is by being in a state of continual learning. Be a perpetual student. Humble yourself and know that you don't know everything. And let's land the plane on this, right? You see, if you being selfish die with this knowledge, just know, best believe, the world is not going to miss you. I know you think that in your mind, but you're not that unique. For as much knowledge as you think you have, there's someone out there that knows just as much as you, if not more. The world is not going to miss you. The sun and the moon is going to continually rise and set like normal. You get what I'm saying? The earth is going to keep on spinning, if you believe in that. You get what I'm saying? Life is going to keep going on. And one day, your name, depending on how you live your life, is going to be forgotten. And what a shame. Maybe if you had taught some people the quote-unquote secrets, maybe your name would live longer. Maybe people might be like, man, you know what? I had a great teacher, right, who taught me X, Y, Z. And I'm a forever be grateful to him. You see, this is why Jesus is continually mentioned till this day. Because he let the disciples, he let us know everything. He let us know everything. And as a result, how we continually praise Jesus till this day. Oh my. What a great man. Great king. The Prince of Peace. His name shall be called Wonderful Counselor. The Mighty. Woo! Man. All because he had no reservation to share. I hope somebody's receiving this today. I really hope some of y'all are receiving this today. Anyway, with that being said, y'all, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is king, y'all.